Good morning, ladies. How are you? I wanted to come and let you know that something has been resting very, very heavily on my heart. I've been keeping a very close watch on the news reports about the number of homeless people that are going to be, or rather the number of people that are going to be homeless as of January the 1st, when all of the moratoriums and all of the programs are set to expire on December 31st of this year. One news report said that 10 million people, that's million, are going to be on the street. Another news report said it was 16. I actually think it's more than that when you consider the amount of senior citizens that can no longer afford their subsidized rent, people on Section 8, and their Section 8 benefits are going to expire. I think it's more than 16. That's just my opinion. Then I think about how with the new vaccines that are coming out, which have not been properly tested, how the vaccinations are going to be allocated by people and by community. I say this because I want you to understand that the black woman is the most vulnerable person on this planet. And I want you to think for one moment what it's going to look like to have 16 million people at least that are going to be newly homeless, along with people who are hungry, along with vaccine mandates. I want you to think about what that's going to look like for you as a black woman who does not have protection. I want you to think about what it's going to look like for you, those of you who have jobs where you have to physically go out to a building. Think about what it's going to look like for you coming home from work at night, or stopping at a gas station, or going to a supermarket to buy groceries. You are going to be watched. You are going to be monitored. I want you to think about what it's going to look like for you with the climate of this country being under a tremendous amount of stress. The black woman is the world's scapegoat. Everything that is wrong somehow ends up being our fault. Every single thing that doesn't go as planned somehow ends up in our lap. I remember when President Reagan painted that imagery of the welfare queen riding off into the sunset with her Cadillac and her gold rims and her Gucci bag and her mink coat off of taxpayers' dollars. People were outraged. But the truth is, the number one group of people who use government services and who get all kinds of welfare programs are white females and elderly white males. So it's Caucasians who are the number one recipients of welfare. But the fact that the black woman was blamed for it, that's what sparked change in America. I want you to start taking this seriously. I want you to stop having a flippant attitude about what is going to happen in 2021. Right now, a lot of YouTubers are focusing on all kinds of other things. They're talking about the twerking at the restaurant. They're talking about all sorts of escapism topics. And I understand the reason why we want to escape. I get it. But I want you to start thinking to yourself how serious this is going to be when food prices escalate and a pack of skinless, boneless chicken is now $15, but you're only making $6.25 an hour. And there's going to be very angry people out there, and somehow, some way, shape, or form, you're going to get the blame for the fact that other people are hungry. You're somehow going to be finger pointed at for the fact that other people can't make their mortgage payment on time. You are the scapegoat. The black man has been painting you as the scapegoat from the very, very beginning, long before the Caucasian came into this planet. And now that other people are going to be suffering because of this virus and because of loss of income, loss of homes, loss of vehicles, they're not going to be able to send their children to school. There's no lunch. There's just going to be an entire network of blame to go around. And in some way, I can guarantee that blame is going to be shifted onto you. I hope you're taking this seriously. I hope you're not just listening to my posts and it's going in one ear and out the other. Because this is serious. I can feel it in my bones that society is gearing up to do the purge. And the number one person that's going to be purged is going to be you. Don't say you weren't warned.